this will never actually be on the internet and you're already being weird.
It has started twice.
Cut
Hello everyone, welcome. I might leave that in.
No, you won't.
Welcome to Chimp Minecraft Adventure, Season 1, Episode 10. Yep, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's it.
Texture pack, Stoker Craft, link in the description. Now, I would say somewhat big news. Before we get started, and we'll mention it again at the end, we're going to do something different after episode 10, after this episode.
Should have left it as a surprise.
No, delay. As this was Ryan's idea, do you want to explain? Oh, Jesus.
Not really, you're tired.
Yeah, tough shit.
Alright.
You're doing something this
Well,
video. So.
fuck you. Well, I thought, cause doing the same thing over and over again is boring as hell, we might as well change it so I think every 10 episodes?
Every 10 episodes,
We're
yes.
going to be just changing the game we play. Well, the type of Minecraft, I assume.
Yeah, not changing the game. We'll still be playing Minecraft. However, it'll just be a modded version of Minecraft.
I still feel we should play different games too.
Well, yeah, but
Get
Sunday's
consoles-
Minecraft.
Get consoles involved.
Well, no. PC Master as well.
Fuck you, PCs.
You're just jealous because you don't have one.
Shut up. I prefer consoles.
Yeah, console second.
I prefer them.
Huh?
Cheaper.
Cheaper?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
I don't care about your shitty love, I get it cheaper.
No, they're easier if you can't be honest.
Yeah.
They're not
If you
cheaper.
can find me a decent PC for cheaper, then I could buy an Xbox One.
I will show you a video.
That could compete with games.
I will show you a video right after this that will put you in your place.
I highly doubt it.
See so.
You've been trying to do that for years.
No, I haven't tried it at all.
Ow, my finger.
Oh no, here it said.
Hmm?
It said, oh no, you hurt your finger.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, have you had any thoughts as to what mod pack we're doing next? Well, after.
I like vaults
Mm-hmm.
because missiles.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the only reason.
And have you taken into consideration in 10 episodes you're not going to get any missiles launched?
We'll figure it out. There will be missiles.
So, yeah, this is the discussion we were having before. He wants to do mod packs and then show off what they're all capable of. But I like the whole survival thing. So we have a conflict here. Because he likes just creative stuff.
Yes.
So how's that going to work? We can work all this out on video. There we go, that's our objective.
Well, we could always do it. Shut up. You can basically play survival inside God damn it, my brain. Creative
How?
by using tools.
That makes no sense. Basically what you want to do, I guess you're trying to say, is go on to a create a world and then switch back onto survival.
Yeah.
Right. That's not survival then. Because you've just created everything, it defeats the point of it.
Alright, then just let me use the stuff I put in, and you can survive, and I'll be blowing shit up.
And then that's just a complete conflict then.
How so?
What do you mean, how so? Because if one person's trying to do survival and you're doing whatever, it just doesn't work.
I don't see how nuking the area would hinder your survival.
Exactly. And besides, you can guarantee...
Other than the occasional piece of radiated goop.
Yeah, but you can guarantee I'd build a house and you just fucking bomb it. And given the fact it's fucking creative versus survival, there's no hope in hell.
It's a possibility.
Exactly.
It all works so much smoother when we both have PCs.
Well, get a job and get money and get one.
I I have a job and I have money, but that's being put to more important tasks at the minute.
Like your magazines.
Yes. You can belittle it all you want.
I will. In the year and a half that you've had that idea, how's it going?
Well, I'm getting the comic books in.
Okay. Good progress.
And bear in mind, it didn't start as a comic book store. I'm making decent progress.
What?
It's not even a comic book store.
Well,
It's good.
what is your idea? Because you change it every 5 minutes.
Give a fuck, and I'm not discussing it on the internet.
Why not? This is advertising.
I don't want it.
No, you just don't want to discuss it at all.
Not with you, no.
Exactly, that's my point.
There are fans, and they're being put into action. He looks pissed.
Of course he's pissed. I fought this mother last night. I fought your mother last night! Pussy!
An ender job sounds like something that would be really weird.
Yeah, it hurts. Come here, you fuck!
He was there.
I hear you teleporting around.
See, this is why I built turrets. You could be in one of those now looking for it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to get to him because it's not high enough.
He was in the hole.
Come on, you fuck. That's hilarious.
Did you just get hurt?
Yeah, he got off the edge. Stop teleporting around, you little fuck! I hate it.
Endermen are like the trolls of the universe. Could you imagine if they were real?
I'd get annoyed. I would punch one in the face. And when it goes to teleport, I would hold on to it. You're not fucking running from me.
How? They'd probably be extinct by now, right?
Well, I would imagine so.
I mean, if they drop pearls that allow, like, humans to teleport, then I imagine the military would have hunted them to extinction. Or have some kind of farmed breeding program.
They would without a doubt have some form of breeding program for them that creates a way to teleport willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And then we would have found out.
It'd just be like what you're doing to the cows, just with Enderman. In an obsidian box.
Except they can teleport out of it, obsidian.
No, they can't. They can only teleport if they can see where they're going.
They can still teleport.
I'm pretty sure if you actually managed to seal one in a box, it wouldn't be able to get out.
Well, they would just teleport back to the end.
Oh yeah, they can do that, can't they?
Okay, you're right, they can only teleport where they can see, but they'll just teleport to the end if they can't teleport anywhere.
I forgot they can do that.
Yeah. Pretty much. So you want to do vaults?
Yeah, I quite like vaults. Oh, you could go to the moon. Or is that still vaults?
Take it.
Take it. Yeah.
Part of Galactic Rock. You realise this, I mean, doing some research on how to actually do it.
Yeah.
Cool, so you're going to do some of that, do you?
Yeah, probably.
So you will. By the way, I'm obviously extending this.
Yeah.
Because it's tiny and it looks hideous.
So, yeah. I mean, it doesn't look that much greater now. It's just a bigger empty room.
Well, it won't be empty when I'm done with it. But right, what I want to do with this is, as it's going to be like a bank, the upstairs isn't going to be upstairs chests. You're going to walk in. I'm going to put some torches down first. Okay, I'm not going to sprint over. Right. You're going to walk in, and it's going to be like an actual bank. You're going to booths and whatever chilling in there. And then behind them, there's going to be like a doorway, or like an iron door, a piston opening, to go downstairs into like a vault.
So you're turning it from a chest room into a bank.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then the upstairs is going to be, I'm going to make it out into like a conference room.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. I did something like that on a world I had before, but I didn't really. I didn't finish it. So I'm doing it this time. So yeah, there you go.
I was watching this video the other day. Jake showed me. It was like a government official or something in America, basically admitting to like a proper council sort of thing, high council, that there actually has been contact with aliens.
Right.
And like explaining, so basically saying, obviously no face to face, they've never met face to face because they can't get to us. But obviously signals to signals, sort of thing. There has been apparently contact and conversations, and that Roswell was actually a thing. The Roswell crash. Not only was it a thing, I find that funny because if it's like, obviously it's still loads of room for it to be a lie. But
I'm trying to remember what the fuck the Roswell is.
The supposed UFO crash.
Oh right.
Yeah, because even if it is a terrible lie, like a lie, it still has to have some truth to it.
You mean the NASA whatever thing? Is that where the Roswell incident?
What? Oh yeah.
That was covered up by NASA.
Yeah,
whatever.
Test crashed. Test. Yeah, basically saying cover up sort of thing. But the suspicious part of that was always supposedly, and apparently they did actually manage to capture one of the crew alive. Stuff. The suspicious part about that was, I was like, nothing happened, but technologies that had been worked on for like years and years, all suddenly, like, were finished at the same time, and like parts were given to them by the government, sort of thing, like parts they had never heard of. They were just like, this will work, sort of thing.
Right.
Or someone came up with some new, like, miracle, by a miracle someone approached them with a thing or a doohickey that would make what they were trying to do work, like televisions, mass signals, sort of all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a fun one as well. Do you know England? Actually, we have we won the thingy to build the first ever spaceport in England.
And you can guarantee it'll never get on.
Oh. To be fair, England is still one of the highest economical, I can't think of the right word, you know what I mean?
England's brilliant as far as quality of their stuff, but terrible as far as actually producing
our
stuff.
economic structure is actually still pretty strong. Believe it or not, it is pretty strong, still.
Is that why
we are one of the biggest, England is one of the biggest trading centres of the world.
That's skeptic as to why though.
Yes.
Because that's
we used to control everywhere, and even though we no longer technically control them, we still probably get loads of shit from them.
And not only that, Japan basically come over here. Like the reason why England's so wealthy is because of Japan.
We can afford to take everything good about every other country, then send it back, and then rent it back to the country it came from. Like one of the biggest, the biggest.
Whoa, leader.
Biggest shipping company in the world was a Russian one, or it was planes they made. You know, the biggest plane in the world. The I can't even think of its name. But yeah, the biggest plane in the world, a Russian plane, and the company makes like it was rival to Boeing sort of thing. Where Boeing made the 747, it was like, oh, for a bit, yay, biggest plane in the world. Then they brought out their plane, and it was Boeing, shut the fuck up. They can't beat what the Russians did, sort of thing. And,
Jesus! Holy crap!
Wow, you got launched there, didn't you?
Wow!
Yeah, we...
And I hit super lag.
Yeah. It knocked the lag into you.
Jesus.
Yeah, we actually, although they're Russian planes, it's still a Russian company. It's all controlled from England, sort of thing.
Fair enough. It destroyed my boots.
These are planes. We're talking planes big enough to actually ship the Statue of Liberty, if it wanted to.
Yeah.
I was skeptical until they actually showed me the dimensions of it.
The big ass Airbus things.
No, it's bigger than an Airbus.
Well, technically it's an Airbus though. Some of that transports cargo. It's just classed as an Airbus.
No, because the Airbus is actually because Airbus is an actual type of plane.
Well, yeah, it's a Boeing, but...
No. Airbus is a company. Airbus A380
shit.
is the biggest passenger plane on the planet. This is the biggest plane. And it just happens to be. Yeah, it's so big it's got its own internal crane.
Why the fuck am I lagging?
It's so big it's got its own internal crane. And so heavy that it will break most of the runways it runs on.
Yeah, okay.
Literally just crack the concrete as soon as it touches down.
Sounds like the person that made it was a fucking genius. Let's make a plane too big to take off and too big to land.
Oh no, it takes off and lands. There are certain airports it can, but I think Gatwick's one of them. Like that sort of size of airport. That was a big creeper.
Yeah. It can land and take off in Gatwick.
Something like that, yeah. It's actually, its distance, takeoff and land distance isn't that high. Like, I'm pretty sure it's actually, like, still the same as the boat wings. 747s.
You know, let's put it to the fucking test. See if I can take off in fucking Kirkwall's runway.
No, it would break Kirkwall if it tried. Like, the plane would touch down and the island would sink.
Maybe the island has fucking sunk.
Yeah, it'd sink more. Yes, I thought that was awesome.
Sure.
The fact that that plane actually exists.
So that's what I mean. I really don't get the concept behind building things like that.
What, planes?
No, like, things that are so big it's pointless.
Oh, well, something that can ship the Statue of Liberty.
Pointless.
Well, yeah, until someone needs to ship a train or something, which actually it has carried before, an entire train.
Well, that's my point. It's still completely pointless.
Well,
like, what's the point in having something so big that's going to break everything it goes near?
No, it doesn't break everything it goes near.
Well,
it breaks most of the runways, and it doesn't actually need a runway to land. It can land in a field if it wants to.
Alright, so it breaks concrete, but dirt, it holds up fine.
Russians, man. Yeah, it literally does. Because concrete is brittle, dirt is not. It's got, like, so many wheels, it evens itself out on dirt. But still heavy.
Well, the point still stands. It is a pointless thing.
Well,
its one use is something that may or may not happen.
That's the fine line between pointless and highly specialized.
Well, I don't get the point in highly specialized either. Like, let's build something for an occasion that may happen.
Well,
it's like the
guaranteed something too huge to ship is going to come up at some point.
Well, this is what I mean though. Like, it's like the bunkers they have in America.
Which ones?
All of them for nuclear shit.
Oh, nuclear.
I get the meaning behind it, but it's pointless.
Yeah, because you can't actually survive in them long enough.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we can survive in here for 2 years. Well done.
Yeah, it takes about 10,000 years for land to become habitable again.
Exactly.
Well, I suppose they're not technically entirely radiation-proof, so you could slowly adapt to it in that 2 years. You'd be incredibly sick for those 2 years, but theoretically you could actually adapt to the radiation.
Yeah, that's true, but then it's still the point of it's pointless. Because I mean, you're relying on an event to happen before you can use it.
Yeah, but it's one of those better to need it than need it. And you know what I mean, that's saying. I can't put bread scrambled.
I do, but I don't know.
Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Because, like you said, what happens if something that big and really important does need shipping, and that
nothing is big enough, important enough to be
trains.
shipped. You can take them apart.
You could have a train shortage.
Oh. For starters,
What if Russia has like a surplus of trains and Sweden doesn't have enough trains?
very simple. Get a couple of planes, shipping one fucking thing at a time instead of the whole fucking thing.
Too expensive.
Who gives a fuck about expense? Money
The
is
asshole who has to ship the
money
train.
is fake.
Yes, I know, but not to companies. It's not.
That's
And
what I mean.
most people are too stupid to know that it's fake. So.
It's a very simple thing. If we believe in something, it's real.
It's like orcs and Warhammer.
Sure. Yeah. For the one person that's watching this that may be a Warhammer fan.
One person. It's stupid. They stopped watching ages ago.
Yeah. Oh, I knew that was going to happen.
And creeper drops in.
Very much. You build a wall, it's too small.
It was perfect for the front part. Yeah, there are bunkers in America. They call them vaults, which is what Fallout's based on. I thought that was a creeper there. They are so big, you could survive for the amount of time it becomes for the land to become clean again.
But again, it goes down to, I would much rather have something that I can use. Like,
I'm sure there are plenty of people who'd rather survive the upcoming apocalypse than have.
well, that's the point. What is the point in living in fear of something that may or may not happen?
They are pretty big. You don't have to live in fear.
Well,
Right,
no, I'm meaning
But
like
bear in mind, these things were designed when nuclear war was a very real possibility.
it still is.
Well, yeah, even more so then, because the Russians and the Americans were.
No, I think it's more so of a reality.
What?
It's more prominent to happen in the next 5 years than I think it's ever been.
Then things are all redundant now because nuclear bombs are redundant too, because hydrogen bombs.
But point still
I'm pretty
stands.
sure we're very close to actually developing antimatter bombs.
Fuck knows, but the point kind of still stands of what is the point in going, well, this might happen, let's spend years of our lives preparing for something that may or may not happen.
That's the thing. It's like people who prepare for this. No one's interesting enough to have something that cool happen in their generation.
Huh.
Like I have an apocalypse kit, mainly for the fun of it.
Yeah, if the apocalypse comes, then so be it. If it
Yeah.
comes, I'll more than likely die, I don't care. I've
So will
lived what I
it's
wanted to
for
do.
fun. I built it for fun, and if somehow there is a zombie apocalypse, I'll play for the first 5 days and then think about trying to survive.
Well, that's my point. It's like, what is... Well, my point is, what is the point?
Yeah.
Like, these big-ass things, it's just... we're kind of getting off topic. The whole point I was trying to make before I changed the topic was, what's the point in building something so, like, specialised things? Highly specialised.
That's not entirely highly specialised, especially as the world's getting smaller, but everything else is getting bigger. So something that size isn't entirely useless all the time, and it wasn't useless when it was built. It was built for a specific purpose.
Yeah, and then once that specific purpose is up, what's to do then?
It actually right away for a runway for 12 years and then got repurposed.
Yeah. My point exactly.
But the point is, it exists now. It was built for something else, obviously, that it was needed for. But now it's doing this. So it's more like recycling than building something specialised.
By the way, in case anyone noticed or didn't notice, which you probably didn't notice, but I'll say it anyway, I died off episode in the Nether and lost all of our stuff. Which means no more diamond pickaxe or anything like that. We lost half of our stuff. So, thrown out. Sorry, trying. I just remember I was looking for my diamond pickaxe and I was like, where is this?
Yeah, it's more like recycling than specialising.
I can't extend it out. I gotta go mining.
And the vaults. The vaults are mainly for securing just making sure you can secure humanity's safety and its history at the same time. Because it's not just like a room where some people can live. No, it's like an underground city.
Yeah, I know that.
I mean, I would live there optionally. Even if there was no apocalypse. Well, you know how big a fan I am of being underground. Because you can expand almost infinitely. Well,
Yeah.
not almost infinitely, because obviously the Earth has a...
More than if you were on the surface.
Yeah. Earth has satisfied math, but you've got 3D. You've got room for 3D sort of expansion.
Okay.
Rather than... Yeah, well, 3D still, but there's a limit how high you can build. There's not really... There's more space under to go down than there is to go up. And that's the thing, with the things like I said about making nuclear weapons redundant, they kind of have to be close to making some kind of super weapon. Because if they're thinking about building spaceports, then we've got to have some kind of fuel that can power spacecraft, or close to it. Sort of thing. I can't remember what the term is, but it's basically frictionless fuel, and it would make the ultimate explosive. So the most likely source of that would be plasma.
Yeah.
Plasma engines would be highly effective, it's almost zero emission.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's better than that stupid concussion drive I was looking at. It's basically, it's basically like you know how cylinders work in an engine?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically one giant cylinder.
There we go.
Well, like the entire, instead of having an engine built inside a ship, it's a ship built around an engine. And then there's the obvious the other one I was looking at that's really effective, but obviously requires getting into space first, was mineral cannibalization. Which is instead of mining meteors to get the minerals to make more ships, it's just putting engines on a meteor. Effectively.
Engines on a meteor.
Well, it's more effective than it sounds.
Really?
Yeah. Because obviously you'd mine that meteor down for obviously the resources to build plate metals and alloys and stuff to make a new hull for a ship. But instead, if you land on it, you can tunnel inside it, put engines on it, you basically have a ship. Stealthy off. And it's already going to be basically airtight because it's made of stone. Or whatever the hell mineral it is made of. Because it's possible to get a meteor made of entirely of metal. Or weird alien metals. Because we've already found hundreds of meteors that have elements in them we simply don't have on this planet.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Very much.
Yeah. But yeah. So look at a different one of my favourite was the I don't know, when they say spaceport, I don't know if they mean like ship runway or, you know, space bridge. Because I'm kind of hoping for space bridge. But could easily just be...
By spaceport, I think they just basically mean a space station.
Space station? Well, no, because that requires it has to be in space first. Like the INS. So, the only real option, like obviously, I'm hoping for space bridge because it's not only the most efficient way to get...
Yeah, because isn't that what they're wanting to do with the whole one-way mission to Mars?
Oh, space bridge?
Well, port. Build a port in Mars.
On Mars, yeah, you'd have to have some kind of receiver because obviously it's not just going to be a suicide mission, is it? They have breeding programs and shit to keep people alive on that planet, so obviously you can send reinforcements and...
Well, that's the point. It is technically a one-way mission. They're not coming back. They're being sent to Mars to do this.
To live.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is, obviously they're putting it off because by the time we have a decent technology to go...
2024's not putting it off that much.
Well, no, but do you know what I mean? By the time we have the technology, we could probably send a ship now, sort of thing. If the government was honest about what level of technology...
We could, but what's the point in sending one off now if in 5 years' time we can send one that would make it...
pass it.
Yeah.
And then obviously if you put the people in the crew of the first one in cryosleep, it's like, no fucker's going to bother waking them up. It's like, you're redundant now. We're 10 times smarter.
Exactly.
Like
Anyway. Sorry,
I was just going to say, like in the there's an episode of Star Trek where they find a cryopod. They literally just say they make a reference to basically all the cryopods, because even now there are hundreds of thousands of people frozen, like obviously who had diseases and stuff, who were too afraid to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically they made a reference to all those people, which is unplugged because they're useless after a certain amount of years, because they will have nothing. They will, not only were their ideals out of date, it's because like in this new federations, like greed and stuff weren't a thing.
Alright.
Because currency doesn't exist for humans. Like we humans flat out, because we have replicator technology, we no longer need farms. We have dilithium, so we don't need fuel, so we don't need money, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So obviously bringing lawyers and businessmen back, it's just like, just go. Sort of thing.
Anyway.
Yeah. But,
Right, if you made it this far, fucking kudos to you. This has been Chimp and Tree's Minecraft Adventure. Like we were saying at the start of the episode, if anyone knows. Next episode will be modded. More than likely vaults, but I guess you'll find out.
We could just do ours.
Do ours.
Which is pretty much all the mods.
Not really.
We still need to make new mobs for that first, though, I think. You said you would help me with it, because I have some ideas.
Pretty much. Anyway.
There will be a lot of variants on the creeper, I will say that.
Oh, I already know one mod that's got 1 million variants of creepers.
Okay, we'll be using that.
Anyway, ciao.
Bye.